I've got Bob here with ProPay Footwear. Bob, let's talk about bunions. What are they, and how do they happen in the first place so people can keep an eye out if they start experiencing these problems, and what should they be looking for in footwear so they don't exacerbate the problem?
Well, a lot of foot deformities, including bunions, are from wearing your shoes too tight, especially in the toes.
Now, are we talking about just lacing the shoe too tight? Or are we talking about width, size, styles?
So it's generally going to be too tight in the toe.
Right.
So a lot of dress shoes have very cute, skinny, pointy toes.
Right.
And if you've ever looked at your foot, and if you've ever looked at a pointy toe shoe, pointy toe shoes
kind of does that to your toes.
Yeah, they don't belong on feet. I don't know where. Pointy toe shoes will cause a lot of distortion in the foot, and after a while, especially as we get older, we need to take care of our feet by giving those toes the proper spacing.
Right, because and as I understand it, it's actually over time. It's almost like the ligaments and the muscles all get a memory that this is how they're supposed to stay.
Right.
And so they get squished. And if you don't balance that out with wearing proper footwear that's wide enough, when you have wider footwear, and I wish I had pictures because I've seen it, where people have gone to like even just barefoot for a year from wearing conventional shoes, and how much wider their foot actually spreads out, because that's the way it's supposed to be naturally. But a lot of footwear these days just doesn't support the natural shape of our shoe or our feet, unfortunately.
Right. So a foot should always fit snug in the heel, but fuller in the toe box. This particular shoe is made that way. So you have a great snug fit here, but plenty of fullness here in the toes. So you want to be able to wiggle the toes a little bit. And if they're not wiggleable, eventually you're going to run into some problems with foot deformities like bunions, overlapping toes, maybe even hammer toes if they're too snug this way. So yeah, you should really get yourself into a pair of shoes that have plenty of toe room.
And I think it's even fair to say that maybe during the day you need to work and have a certain style because that matches your business. Great. But when you go home or on the weekends, or when you're not out, is wear something that's going to give you the proper support and take the pressure off your toes and allow them to spread out a little bit.
Right. So there are a number of comfort shoes that are a little dressier that you can find that are more of a casual or a dress casual shoe. The high heels with the pointy toes, you should limit yourself to the amount of time that you're inside of one of those.